Welcome to Gainesville, Florida, and the swamp, where, as they like to say here, only the Gators come out alive. This place is cranked up and ready for a big game today. This is not a normal matchup. Two teams ranked in the top 10, colliding right here in the middle of the season, trying to make a strong statement, big playoff implications. As we'll see the number 7 team in the country, the Nebraska Cornhuskers, taking on the second-ranked team, the Florida Gators. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Chris Fowler, here in the booth with Kirk Herbstreit. I think we've talked long enough, Kirk. Let's get this game going. The Gators will kick this deep to start us off. Fielded in the end zone. It's Hall. And he's tackled at the 21. That's where the drive will start. Just underway, and this home crowd is fired up and ready to make a difference today. Here's the handoff. Tackled behind the line. It's a loss of 2. That was that excellent linebacker with a clear path, just running downhill quickly.
You know, I think one of the great things about watching this guy play all year is his vision. He just has great instincts. That time, the defensive line ate up all the linemen, freed up the linebacker to get into the backfield, and the result is a tackle for a loss for the backer. Boy, really nice throw here to the slot receiver, and I love the quickness that he has after the catch. He's essentially a running back playing at that slot position. That's how dangerous he is after he makes a catch.
Picks up 3 yards, so 2nd and 7. So we got the Big Ten versus the Big 12, two conferences that have been reshaped dramatically in recent years, Kirk. Always interesting to have these two leagues collide. It's an opportunity.
Yeah, in the Big Ten and the Big 12, they don't have a ton of history together, but they do have some history in recent years. Remember, Ohio State and Oklahoma had a home-and-home. Ohio State beat Oklahoma in Norman, and then the following year, remember Baker Mayfield planting the Oklahoma flag after they upset Ohio State in 2017, and that propelled them into a playoff berth. So there's no reason why a win like that on either side couldn't do the same.
The Cornhuskers are moving quickly down the field. From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. They get him down, but the gain moves the ball to the 37.
Boy, Chris, this back is so talented. Picks up another first down. The Nebraska faithful love to see the ball in his hands, just like they love to see the backs over the years. Think about T.O., Tom Osborne, when he had the backs going, Mike Rozier and Lawrence Phillips and Amon Green, Roger Craig going way back. More recently, Amir Abdullah, Rex Burkhead. Boy, oh boy, they've had some fun backs to watch.
Tried to press the ball deep, but it's incomplete.
Well, the offense coordinator with the right call, trying to take a shot there, but just poor execution. They couldn't come up with a big play. Let's see if the coach tries it again later, or maybe in the second half.
Quick throw. That's an RPO caught on the left side.
Just a good job here by the quarterback. Got the ball out to his receiver. His guy eats up some yards. They stay ahead of the sticks.
Play number 7 on the opening drive, and it's 3rd and short. They'll try to run for the first down. Tackle made after a nice pickup on the play.
Well, this is exactly what you want to see as an offense to open up a football game. Everything seems to be working, whether they're running the football, as we saw right there, able to protect, throw the football with timing and rhythm. Everything on full display for this offense to let this defense know they could be in for a long day.
So down here in the red zone, every yard tough to find. Here is a crucial play coming up. From the shotgun now, here's a handoff inside. And he runs it into the end zone. Touchdown, Huskers.
What an opening drive by this offense, and especially this running back. Every single time they gave him the ball, he's getting positive yards behind that big offensive line. And if I'm the defensive coordinator, you better make some adjustments and do it in a hurry. You got to get more guys committed to the line of scrimmage to stop this run game.
Bringing it out. It's Hawkins. And he's brought down at the 16. Would have been better off leaving it in the end zone for a touchback. First down play call. How aggressive will it be? Ball handed off. And the senior able to make the stop after a short gain.
See, that's how you limit what an offense wants to do. This time, the defense just won the battle up front at the line of scrimmage, not giving up any big plays. Everybody's gap sound. It's really solid defense on that play.
To throw, it's Lagway. Quarterback delivers complete to the right side. He's found some room at the 45. Potentially a touchdown-saving tackle, but not before a long completion.
Well, a huge play by this offense. A good throw, nice accurate throw. But I think it's the run after the catch that really impresses me. And early in this game, you got to think they're going to continue to go back to him until this defense shows that they can slow him down.
First down. We're going to throw the football. Lets it go quickly. There's a fastball, but it's intercepted. He's got some room and some blockers here. Inside the 40. At the 20. Gonna take it all the way in. Pick six. Touchdown, Nebraska. But they try to add to the lead now with the PAT. And the kick is up and good. They tack on a point to their lead. Now the kickoff team is out on the field. Fielded in the end zone. It's Hawkins. Makes it to the 16. That's good coverage there. And the Florida offense is back out on the field now. Let's see if they can bounce back from that costly mistake last time, a pick six. Quarterback pre-snap adjustments now for this defense. On 1st and 10 here, looking to throw the ball. Grab behind the line. It's Webb. Tackle is made. That's a short gain, well short of the marker. Now from the pistol formation. And they'll keep it on the ground. Running back has the handoff. And he's brought down after a short gain. Does not make the first down yardage. That gain sets up a 3rd down play. Back to pass. It's Lagway. He's going to take off. And the junior quarterback shows his toughness, keeps this drive moving. The Gators hustle to the line to run the hurry up.
This is why I love the quarterbacks that can make things happen. Here you have an opportunity to try to create. Nothing's there. Play breaks down. Instead of just throwing it away, he sits back, sees nothing downfield, decides to be able to pick up the first down by himself. Impressive run to pick up the first, keep this drive moving.
2nd down play coming up. Quarterback drops back. We're going to test the secondary. The defense will wrap him up, but he's able to scramble for a first down and keep the drive going. And the Gators looking to keep this drive rolling. Out of the shotgun, he'll hand it off. And they get him down to wrap up the first period of play.
That's the end of the first quarter. Nebraska 14, Florida 0.
Offense getting set for a 2nd down here to begin the quarter. Quarterback adjusting now to the defense. They look to throw it here on 2nd down. Delivers quickly to the left side. Oh, the pass is picked off. Can he take it all the way? Past the 20. Touchdown, Cornhuskers. And the defense adds 6 from the interception return.
You know, we talked to him during the week, and he told me he was a high school corner. And I can see why. He's got tremendous ball skills to make that play and then to be able to take it all the way back for a touchdown. Just outstanding.
And the point after is right down the middle. Kickoff team on the field getting set now. Bringing it out, it's Hawkins. Tackled at the 14. Not very good field position to start here. And the Florida offense retakes the field. They have got to bounce back on this possession after throwing a pick 6 last time out here. They'll go with the ground game here. Running back takes the handoff.
The defense coordinator this week all week telling us about gap integrity, not giving this running back any creases at all. Really sound defense on that play.
Second down play coming up for this offense. To throw, it's Lagway. Sacked, it's a loss, back to the 6.
Well, I love this defense and how they're playing some man coverage. And let's face it, when you do that, it's a bit risky. You can leave your defensive backs out there on islands, but the good combination of good coverage with a good pressure on the quarterback, and you come up with sacks like this.
Quarterback making adjustments now to what the defense is showing. Now in third and very long, looking to throw. It's a short completion of the tight end. Defense stops him short of the marker, so now it's 4th down.
Great job here by the defense. 3rd down and long. You drop back in coverage, keep everything in front of you, force that quarterback to have to check the ball down, and then you rally to the football to force this 4th down. Great job here by the D.
Let's it fly to the wideout. Pass is broken up. Turnover on down. What a stop.
Chris, what a great job here by this defense on this 4th down play. They knew exactly where to come up with that stop to get the turnover on downs, and they did it.
And Nebraska's offense is back out on the field. The last drive, the ground game, was so successful. Ended in a touchdown. We'll see if the defense can respond to it this time. He's got room looking for the end zone. Doesn't quite get in, but it sets up a 1st and goal for this offense.
This is a risky call by the offense. A lot of times you'll see these plays get blown up, but not here. The receiver turns on the jets and makes a big play downfield for a nice chunk of yards.
And the Huskers line up with a 1st and goal. And they're trying to punch it in here. And he runs it in for the score. Touchdown, Huskers.
I think we're starting to kind of see a theme here, Chris, today. That's his 2nd touchdown. The offensive line doing their job, and he's doing an outstanding job of just reading the defense, finding the hole, and being able to pick up big yards and touchdowns.
And they'll set up now for the extra point try. PAT is good. They slammed into the kicker, and penalty markers are down. The defensive penalty is declined. Offense very happy to take the result of that play. Getting set to kick the ball off now.
Set to kick this one away.
So no return here. He takes it in the end zone, and they'll begin the drive at the 25. wasn't alert enough, didn't get the play off. That'll cost them 5 yards. So the offense will decline the penalty and just take the result of that play. Welcome to Gainesville, Florida, and the Swamp, where, as they like to say here, only the Gators come out alive. This place is cranked up and ready for a big game today. This is not a normal matchup. Two teams ranked in the top 10, colliding right here in the middle of the season, trying to make a strong statement. Big playoff implications. As we'll see the number 7 team in the country, the Nebraska Cornhuskers, taking on the second-ranked team, the Florida Gators. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Chris Fowler, joined here in the booth by Kirk Herbstreit. Kirk, let's get to the action on the field. The Cornhuskers will kick this away to get us going here. Fielded in the end zone. It's Hawkins. Tackled at the 14. Not very good field position to start here. First down play call coming up. How aggressive will it be? Dropping back. It's Lagway. And they'll start off with a deep shot. The catch is made for a huge pickup. And they'll bring him down, but this offense creates a huge chunk play.
Now that's how you execute. I wonder what the next play call is going to be, because after that big play, I'm all about taking a shot right to the end zone here.
It's a shotgun run call. And he's tackled, but only after picking up a first down.
Just a great play by the running back here, finding his lanes and then exploding through the gap when it opened up.
The Gators looking to cap the drive here. It's first and goal. Here's a handoff on first and goal. And he gets to the end zone. Touchdown, Florida. Kicking team on now for the extra point. PAT is good, so it's 7-0. Kickoff teams come on the field now to send this one away. Return begins inside the 10. And he stopped at the 20. Tried to make something happen, but that's good coverage there. It's early, but this crowd is fired up. Listen to this noise here. This is going to be tough for the visitors today. They'll tackle him right at the 25-yard line.
I'll take that every single time. Offensive line does a nice job up front. This back's vision and ability to get positive yards by lowering his pads on full display right there.
Tackled at the 32. That's enough for a first down.
Look, I realize on any play call, when it's properly executed, it can go to the house for a touchdown. But the runs that really make a game plan work are the ones where you get just what you need. And he barely got the first down, but he got it.
Run it up the middle, but stuffed for no gain.
That back just had nowhere to go. Got to give credit to the defense and their run fits on that play.
One back in the backfield, and he'll get the carry. And he breaks the tackle on the way to a solid gain there.
Man, you know, the back gets a lot of the attention here. He's a good back. I love to see that offensive line win the battle at the line of scrimmage.
The offense now looking at a 3rd and short from their own 40, trying to keep this drive going. Now getting creative. A handoff to the wide receiver. Tackled way behind the line of scrimmage. He'll lose 7 yards.
Well, the backside rules for a defense against the run are to check for the cutback, the counter, or reverse. That time they stayed home and were in perfect position. They were able to stop that reverse in its track.
So on their first drive of the game, they'll go for it in their own territory. 4th down, looking to throw for it. Quarterback escapes the pocket and takes off. The freshman QB shows his toughness, picks up the first down himself.
Boy, this guy can do it all. We know what he can do with his arm, but when things aren't there, does a good job of pulling it down, knowing where the first down marker is, picking up the first down.
He'll hand it off. He stopped just short of that first down marker, inches away from it.
Love those positive yards on 1st and 10, and it's not quite a first down. Looks like it'll bring second and inches, but sure does open up the playbook here to be able to open up, maybe take a shot downfield.
Keeping it on the ground here. And they tackle him, but not before he picks up the first.
That is a first down. Good job by this big offensive line and this running back to be able to pick up positive yards. How often have we said that over the years with backs and offensive line play from Nebraska?
And now the handoff. Tackled behind the line. It's a loss of 2. They don't block the defensive end and show some quickness, Kirk, getting around the edge that time.
Yeah, this guy's usually getting around the edge to put pressure on the quarterback, but he reminds everybody here that this guy's a complete package. Not only can he pressure the quarterback, but also he is very, very talented and shows you the physicality he has against the run as well. I'm not sure the quarterback makes the right decision on this one. I think if he'd do it over again, he would have found a different target downfield, but he made his decision. That one's incomplete.
And he's going to stretch the defense, taking a deep shot here. And the pass is intercepted as he throws into double coverage that time. And look at the return after the interception. Sets the offense up in good shape.
Well, mistake by the quarterback of putting that up in the air, but a great play by the free safety. You know, you sit back and cover 3. The center fielder is the free safety. He's got his eyes on the quarterback, and when that ball is released, he's got to show an athletic ability to be able to go find the football and come down with it for an interception.
Here's a throw underneath to the tight end. They make the stop, but not before a solid gain that time.
Well, this is what coaches love to see. A quarterback with the ability to read the defense properly and then just get it to the open man. Sometimes it sounds simple, but it's tough to execute. This time we have good recognition by the quarterback, and he gets it down to the tight end. You can see what he can do after the catch.
Goes backwards, losing 3 yards there.
Chris, I think we all kind of get caught up in third down. What's an offense doing on third down? But I think what's also important is how well do you defend first down. If you can hold your opponents to a short gain or a tackle for a loss, you throw the offense out of whack, and their game plan gets much more challenging to try to come up with that first down.
So the offense getting set. This is not where you want to be against this defense. 3rd and long. Quarterback changing the play now at the line. Drops back, needing a 3rd down completion here. Airing this one out toward the sideline. This one is dropped. No one around him. He couldn't make the catch. Incomplete.
Well, Chris, obviously they had to go through the air there to try to pick up this 3rd down and long, but when you're so far behind the chains, you really allow this defense to dictate things, and it allows them to put pressure on your quarterback and can affect the timing, as we saw on this play.
4th down. He's throwing for it. He's running out of time here. Hit as he released it. The pass falls incomplete. A big 4th down stop for this defense.
Chris, I like the call here going for it on 4th down, but the receiver has got to do a better job of knowing exactly where that first down marker is and run that route a yard or 2 beyond the sticks to be able to give yourself a chance to pick up the first down. Instead, the defense comes up with a stop and they get the ball back.
Again, makes it 2nd and medium. They'll run it here. That's the running back with the ball. Breaking free at the 35. That's a nice gain to move the sticks here as time runs out in the first quarter.
That's the end of the first quarter. Florida 7, Nebraska 0.
Back at it to start the quarter. Offense getting set to run a first down play. And he drops back in the gun. And he dumps it off to the tight end. They bring him down, but a big chunk of yardage on the play.
Chris, how about the offensive balance these last couple plays we're seeing from these guys? Not only are they balanced, but the explosiveness. A big run followed up by a big play through the air and puts a lot of pressure on this defense.
Receiver looks it in. It's complete. All the way to the end zone. Touchdown, Nebraska. And now the try here for the extra point. And the PAT is good. Here's the kickoff team. Let's see if they give the returner an opportunity to bring this back. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone. So a touchback. They start at the 25. And the Gators offense retakes the field. The last possession, they came up empty, went for it on fourth down in their end and got stopped. It's good for a 3-yard gain, so 2nd and 7.
You know, in the era that we live in right now, everybody wants to spread the field around, try to create space, try to create one-on-one matchups, and the defense is countered over the years by trying to play out wide. But here's a great example. The defense has the ability to play wide, but still be solid at the line of scrimmage and not give up big run plays.
Offense getting set up. Here's 2nd down. Quick pass. Here comes a jet sweep. And he's brought down, but they went backwards after the completion. Good work by the defense.
Well, that's one of those plays that works better against certain defensive looks, but not every defense is the same. They were all over that one. Let's see if they continue to attack to the outside on the perimeter to set something up downfield.
The offense now facing a 3rd and long from the 26. Got to avoid a mistake here. Dropping back, they're going to throw for the first down. Looking to set up a screen pass here. Breaks loose at the 40. That's a big gain before he goes out of bounds. It'll move the sticks, more than enough for a first down.
And I don't think the defense had any clue that the screen was being called. They're getting upfield, getting pressure on the quarterback, and that ball gets dumped. There's no one left to be able to slow him down from getting a big gain.
Keep it on the ground. There's the handoff. The sophomore with a strong tackle there.
Hey, listen, you don't always have to have big plays to be successful. It's a nice, solid gain here. Keeps you on schedule, and you get ready for that next play.
Now it's 2nd down here. Looking to throw. It's Lagway. Trying to create outside the pocket now. The defense gets him, but it's a first down. Shows you how dangerous he can be scrambling.
What a defense trying to get after this quarterback. I love the concept. I love the idea. Here, they don't give up the big play. They prevent him from getting out and picking up huge yards.
Thrown quickly, caught in the right flat. And he's brought down, but he does have enough for the first down.
You know, each receiver brings something a little bit different to the table, Chris. To me, the outside receivers usually are a little bit longer, taller guys. You get those slot receivers in the inside, not only can they make the catch, but they have quickness to make plays after the catch. Great example of that right here.
Second down here. Time for one more play before the 2-minute warning. We'll take a quick pause before the half as we reach the 2-minute warning. Here's the second down play.
29 Philly. 2-9 Philly. Hawk.
looking to connect with the receiver here. Running out of time in the pocket. Pressure is coming. Now trapped behind the line. It'll be a short loss.
Oh, my goodness. That looked to be the defensive back who came flying up there to put the pressure on the quarterback.
Offense been in reverse here. Now a long way to go to convert this third down. They'll change the pre-snap look now. On third down, he drops to throw. Looking to the end zone. And it's caught. Touchdown, Gators. No surprise there, Kirk. It's a red zone touchdown to the big tight end.
Well, the tight ends are usually much more involved down in the red zone because of their size and their skill set allows them to be more effective down in this area. Now, they may not hurt you on the big, long throw, but they can use their bodies to provide the quarterback a nice target when the defense is so condensed.
Extra point splits the uprights. And here's the return from inside the 5. Gets it to the 25-yard line. That's where they'll start the drive. Here comes the Nebraska offense back out on the field. Well, it's been an entertaining first half. Not much time remaining to cut into this lead. Tackled behind the line. It's a loss of 2.
Chris, textbook job by the defense surrounding the runner and preventing that play from being bounced to the outside.
After a first down loss, it's second and long from the 23. And the quarterback looking to make a play through the air. Caught over the middle. It's Hall. That picks up a first down. They'll spot it at the 39.
One thing we know for sure, I don't know as a play caller, you can make that call without a quarterback who can throw it with a big arm. He put that on a rope.
Grab down the middle. It's Nelson. Stop right near midfield. It'll be a first down. Timeout is called to talk strategy late in this close game with halftime approaching. The Huskers will have first and 10 here. Here's the snap. Looking to throw here. He's got a lot of time. Now sends this one deep to the right. And they tackle him, but not before a huge gain down near the 26. And the offense will now quickly spend a timeout.
Boy, this quarterback throws a beautiful ball. Another big game for this offense and a chance to get points on the board before we get to halftime.
Pass complete for a first down. The offense gets a fresh set of downs. They snap it. Quarterback looking to throw the ball. Trying to extend the play. Football comes out. It's a turnover.
Chris, anytime a quarterback starts to take off and scramble, the defense is alert to try to get to him and dislodge that football. He gets some positive yards, but he doesn't take care of the ball and secure it. They're able to knock it away.
Here comes the first play of the drive. Can they do something in the final 30 seconds of the half? So the offense calls a timeout here. That's their first of the half. Big guys up front lined up. It's first down. Quarterback checks the defensive look, makes some adjustments. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. The pocket breaking down. And it's incomplete. Even on a first down throw, he was under some heavy pressure.
Well, everybody talks about sacks, and they're very important. But sometimes just the rush, the pressure, affecting the quarterback is just as effective. He didn't have a clean throwing lane, and they forced the incomplete.
Here's a shot toward the right sideline. And the pass is incomplete. We're down to just 4 seconds remaining. Time ticking away. Time for just one more play before halftime. Scanning the field. It's Lagway. Bringing pressure. They can't come up with it there, and that's going to do it. Time runs out in the first half. And that will do it for the first half here. Kevin Connors now has our halftime update. The Gators will kick this away to begin the second half. They'll return it from inside the 5. Stop at the 22. That's pretty solid coverage there. And Nebraska's offense is back out on the field. And they'll start the third quarter here on the ground. Solid run. They'll bring it back at the 28-yard line.
Great job by the offensive line here, opening up some holes and giving the running back room to run on first down. Plays like this can open up the playbook for the play caller, allow him to make that defense think, are they going to run? Maybe play action, maybe throw the ball downfield.
Brought down after a solid run by the senior. The offense looks fired up to begin the second half. That's the kind of play they've needed to give them a spark.
Absolutely. I know they're down in this game. Clearly something was said at halftime to try to get this offensive line engaged, and it looks like it's working. They're playing with a different kind of energy. Let's see if they can do it again. Boy, the quarterback does everything right except pitch the football. The defensive end's going to take him, which is great. That's what you want. But you got to get that ball out quicker to not allow that defensive end to make that play.
Minimal gain brought down short of the marker.
Chris, the spread era over the years has always grown offensively, but I've been always impressed with defenses that really build their defense to play in space, still have an ability to be sound at the line of scrimmage and defend a running game. It's exactly what we saw right there.
In a big game before he goes out of bounds, the offense keeps churning, gets a fresh set of downs.
Really good job here of converting by this offense. And let's face it, at this point in the game, because they have such a big hole to climb out of, they've got to be able to convert and come up with a new set of downs. They do it here. Now they got a real shot to cut into this lead.
Tackled quickly after the catch. He'll be short of the marker. Important second down play coming up. And the quarterback dropping back. Caught behind the line. It's Coleman. There's a loss after the completion. That's a good play by the defense. Offense lines up. This is the 7th play now in this drive. Looking to throw again. Short pass finds the tight end. It's a fumble. The ball carrier lands on it and gains enough for a first down.
The offensive staff just took a collective sigh of relief. But I'd still anticipate that someone's going to pull that ball carrier aside, give him a couple choice words on the importance of ball security.
Brought down for a loss after the completion. Not what they were looking for.
This is a great job of being prepared by this defense. Almost anticipating this play, they're in position to bring him down for a loss.
Makes the grab. It's Allen. And tackled there by the defense.
The key on a drag route is to put the ball out in front of the wide receiver to give him a chance to do what he just did. Pick up some valuable yards after the catch.
And here comes the noise. This crowd is trying to inspire this defense to make a big red zone stop. Slides down to avoid the tackle.
These are the type of plays that are backbreakers for a defense. They thought they had him tied up. They thought they were going to be able to get him to the ground on the pass rush, but they're unable to do so. So he gets away, picks up a big first down, and now this sets up a 1st and goal inside the 10.
1st and goal, they'll try to run it in. Ball carrier brought down at the 4. Offense in great scoring position here.
I think this defense keeps thinking about them throwing the football, and by doing that, they're opening up running lanes. Good positive yards there by the running back.
And the crowd really making some noise now, trying to help out this defense to get this stop near the goal line. On 2nd and goal, they'll give it to him again. They tackle him behind the line, a loss of 4.
Nice job by this defense on that 2nd down, so we now have 3rd down and goal. The offense could be thinking about four-down situation. They need to put the ball into the end zone. They don't want to settle for a field goal here.
The pass rush closing in. Hit as he releases it, and the pass ball is incomplete.
Hey, the good news is here, Chris, they're still in field goal range, and they didn't cost themselves any points. But they could have more. Got to be thinking about going for this on 4th and short.
Launching one to the end zone. And he's got it. Touchdown, Cornhuskers. And they get set now to try the PAT. The PAT is up and good, so we're tied up here in the third quarter. Now they get set to kick it away. Bringing it out, it's Hawkins. He's tackled at the 17, so they've been better to leave it in the end zone for a touchback. And the Florida offense is back out on the field now. He'll hand it off. Stopped right there at the line, no gain.
That's a great play all around by this defense. Their first-level defenders hold their own at the point of attack, allowing the second and third-level players to roam free and make the tackle close to the line of scrimmage.
Second down after that previous play. They'll run it here. Fighting him off. They stop him right at the 24.
I tell you, to be able to pick up a nice gain like that, those offensive linemen have to sustain their blocks. Gave him a chance at a really nice gain.
Solid gain on the running play. Third down now. Looking to pick up the first down through the air. Plays bottled up and the football is loose. Defense falls on the ball. Crucial takeaway. Touchdown, Huskers. A fumble return for 6.
Oh, it's your worst nightmare if you're a quarterback. They bring the blitz. He doesn't recognize it. Ball goes on the ground. Defense does a great job of picking this thing up. That's exactly what they hope for. Catch the quarterback off guard. It works out, and it gets them a touchdown.
Point after, not right through. Here's the kickoff team now, set to boot this one away. Returner decides to field it. And he's tackled at the 21. That's where the drive will start. And the Florida offense retakes the field. He's going to hand this off. They'll stop him behind the line for a loss of 1.
Well, they keep trying to run the football, and they keep getting dominated at the line of scrimmage. That has been a theme throughout this entire game. We've talked about it earlier in the game. It's not changing at all. They've become one-dimensional, and I think it's allowed this defense to really lock in on that quarterback.
Dropping back. It's Lagway. It's a quick grab. Good execution. Gets a block and gets the first down.
That's the end of the third quarter of play. With the score, Nebraska 21, Florida 14.
A new set of downs after that completion. Looks like the QB is changing the play at the line. First down, looking to throw the ball. He's escaping the pocket now. On the run here, taking a deep shot. Heads out of bounds after a solid gain, more than enough to pick up a first down.
Chris, a great ability by this quarterback to get outside of the pocket and place the football right where it needs to be for the first down.
On 1st and 10, they'll look to throw it. Quarterback leaves the pocket on the move now. Fighting off the defender. And he just throws it away incomplete. Didn't see anybody open. He's going to bring up 2nd down.
Man, the defense took everything away from him. What do you expect him to do? He can't force the ball into traffic and potentially throw the interception. Does a good job of getting out of the pocket, away from the pressure, and just throw the ball away. See what happens on this next down.
They get him down quickly, not much of a gain on that completion.
Well, 4th quarter down by a couple of scores. This offense doing everything they can to not just score points, but do it in a hurry, try to preserve the clock. Here, they're tackled in bounds. They don't pick up a 1st down. Good job by this defense to keep that clock moving.
Throws to the tight end. He's a wide-open receiver, complete. And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, Florida. And they'll set up for the PAT. The PAT is up and good, and we are all tied here in the final quarter. Kickoff team is on the field to boot this one away. Return starts from inside the 5. Tough running there. It's a very nice return before stepping out of bounds. Puts the offense in nice position to start the drive. And Nebraska's offense is back out on the field. Handoff in a single back formation. Goes backwards, losing 3 yards there.
Well, the back just had nowhere to go. How about the defensive line? They eat up all the blocks up front, freeing those linebackers up to be able to make the play. Just a bad play all around for this offense.
Tackled behind the line. It's a loss of 2.
Things just appeared to be a bit out of sync from the get-go on that one. Give credit to the front 7 of that defense for staying in the proper lanes and getting to the ball carrier, not let him dance around and make something out of nothing.
Testing the defense with a throw downfield. Makes the catch for a huge gain right near the sideline.
That is great arm strength and accuracy by this quarterback. And let's not forget the wide receiver's job of bringing it in for that big game.
And looking to throw now on 1st down. Here's a screen pass to the running back. And uses his speed to pick up solid yardage.
Boy, this is great execution here on this screenplay to the running back to pick up big yards in a 1st down. I think in the process, Chris, they send a message to the defense. You can rush our quarterback all you want, but when you do, you better be careful because we're going to throw the screen on you.
An inside give now from the shotgun. And he's stopped after gaining 4 yards. So 2nd and 6. The Cornhuskers are in the red zone. Looking for 6. Touchdown, Nebraska. And they'll claim the 4th quarter lead. That's another passing strike from this quarterback. He is having himself a tremendous ball game.
Boy, this guy just can't miss. Every single time he throws, it seems like he's coming up with another touchdown. The receivers are running good routes. He has enough time to throw. And, man, this poor defense, they might want to think about changing up coverage because right now it is not working.
And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone. The offense will start at the 25. The Gators offense retakes the field. They were clicking last time. Great protection. The pitch and catch was solid. Right down for a touchdown. They bring him down to the 32-yard line.
Just love watching this back run. Gets behind that offensive line, lowers his pads, and gets a nice solid game.
Getting set. Here's 2nd down. Linebacker shifting around now. And now they run the draw play. Goes backwards, losing 3 yards there.
Chris, I'll be really honest with you. I don't know why they continue to try to run the football. I'm all about balance. I'm all about trying to make sure a defense has to defend the run and the throw. But at this point in the game, they haven't been able to run the ball. They're going to have to go through the air if they're going to come back and take a lead in this game at some point.
So it's 3rd and long from the 29. The defense play coverage or blitz. The quarterback making some changes at the line. And he'll drop back here on 3rd down. Fires it to the wideout. But they don't connect. It's incomplete, and it brings up 4th down.
4th down coming up.
4th down now. Time for perhaps one more play before we hit the 2-minute warning. Trying for a 4th down completion. Makes the catch, and that is enough for a 1st down. And he goes down, but the important thing, it's enough to move the sticks and a fresh set of downs.
Really nice conversion here on that pass. And remember, they pick up this 1st down to stop the clock. Look at the clock here. You don't need to panic. You need to be in a little bit of hurry-up mode, but no need to panic at this point in the game.
And the Gators starting a new series here on 1st and 10. Looking to throw. It's Lagway. Quarterback looking to scramble. He'll avoid the tackle there with a slide.
Chris, I love the patience here by the quarterback. He's waiting for something to happen downfield, but it's not there. Then you see the athletic ability to be able to pick up some good yards.
Quarterback looking to throw it on 2nd down. Defense is coming after him. Throws the ball away, but not before taking a hit.
Now that's going to bring up a critical 3rd down here as we're late into this football game in a drive where they need points. This quarterback's got to take control of this huddle, make sure everybody's on the same page. You have multiple plays that you could go to, whether it's a run or a pass, but you've got to come up with a 1st down.
He's running out of time here. They get him down, but that's a good run, enough to move the sticks and keep this drive going.
How many times have we seen this late in the 4th quarter? Because you know the pass rush is going to get after him. They get upfield. They have a great pass rush. What do they create? Space and running lanes. And he takes off and picks up some nice yards.
Takes a shot as he lets it go. And the pass is dropped incomplete. Would have had a huge gain. Took his eye off the ball.
Well, they don't connect here, but this is what you have to do. It's late in the game. You need points. You're behind. You got to take some shots. I'd go right back to it, try to find a matchup, and go to one of your receivers that can make a play for you.
Quarterback appears to be changing the play. After the incompletion on 1st down, looking to throw it again. Escapes the pocket. They come to the line, a long way to go for the 1st down, but needing this crucial conversion right now. Drops back, looking to throw for it on 3rd down. He'll be taken down. The defense rises up with a sack at a crucial moment.
And just like that, you squeeze the life out of this offense. That's another sack by this defense. They have been in that backfield the entire game, and a big reason why these guys are enjoying the lead.
And he's throwing for it on 4th down. Fires it to the wideout. And it's complete. What a grab by the receiver right near the sideline. Heads out of bounds after running for the 1st down to keep this scoring threat alive. Serious pressure now for the defense. Defensive fans getting frustrated. Offense continues to, and he'll loft it to the end zone. And it's caught. Touchdown, Gators.
What a touchdown here to pull them within one with under a minute to go. Conventional wisdom says you kick the extra point and you rely on your defense to send this game to overtime. But you could go for 2 to try to take the lead.
Extra point is up and good, and we're now tied here in the 4th quarter. Kickoff team on the field now as they get set to send this one away. Fields it just outside the goal line. Oh, and he fumbled it. Recovered by the kicking team now. They'll steal a possession here.
Another example of taking care of the football and how big of a deal this is. Usually it's running backs in practice that are working overtime on ball security. But after this, next week, this returner might be in those drills too. Can't be trusted to return it when you can't hold on to the football.
Receivers now getting some new assignments before the snap. Here comes a first down pass attempt. Looking to scramble now. Picks up the first down and still going. Quarterback gets down to avoid the tackle.
Well, there you go. You save your best scramble today for a bit of a situation in the fourth quarter, and you pick up the first. I mean, you don't want to use that early in the game, right? You want to make sure you save it for the exact moment and the key time and key moment in the game, and that's what he did. Although you and I both know it wasn't planned that way, but a great job of using his eyes, scanning the field, and realizing it was time to go.
First and goal, final 2 minutes. A chance for the offense to break the tie here very late. And the tight end goes in motion before the snap. Scanning the field. It's Lagway. Running out of time in the pocket. And it's the senior getting home with the sack. And now a late timeout is taken. 6 seconds showing on the clock. This will be a challenge now. Second and goal back at the 13. From the shotgun, drops back, looking to the end zone. Touchdown, Florida. They have jumped in front in the final minute.
What a job by this offense to get this go-ahead score with such little time left. I loved how they managed the clock, managed the situation. They scored, and now you give your opponent such little time to have a chance to come back and tie this game up.
PAT is up and good. They lead by a touchdown here in the fourth quarter. Kickoff team's on the field. Let's see if they give the returner a chance to bring this one back. And it's a squib kick taken by one of the up men. And the coverage team brings him down as time runs out. That'll do it. Game over. So the win streak continues for this team. Good job, Kirk, bouncing back. They're just getting stronger and stronger now.
You've seen their stock start to really rise, and these players seem to be buying in. Credit to the coaching staff for leading this streak and keeping this team together after that loss a few weeks back. You can tell this team is bought all the way in.
And that is going to wrap it up. We enjoyed this one here. For Kirk Herbstreit, I'm Chris Fowler, and this has been another presentation of EA Sports College Football.